of OBC Adhikar Manch, and OBC Adhikar Manch is pleased to welcome you all on this live program of celebration of Dravidian leader or Dravidian ideological man, whom we are seeing his photo just behind A.Raja sir, Thanthai Periyar. Today is his 144th birth anniversary, and today we have two great minds from DMK to grace the occasion. And OBC Adhikar Manch, it's first occasion where we are trying to bridge the gap between North and South, because what I have learned so far from Periyar, that the notion of Periyar is not limited to Southern Belt or only to Tamil Nadu. His ideas are for all over the world. His ideas should be spread all over the world. And we thank and welcome Mr. A.Raja, who is a member of Parliament of DMK and Deputy General Secretary of DMK. And he's well versed in legal point, and as well as wonderful orator and wonderful host also. I got the opportunity to had lunch with A.Raja sir at his home, and wonderful fish we had together. And one more very important person, we have Pooja Gandhi, the executive coordinator of DPF. It is Dravidian Professional Forum, and he's a DMK spokesperson. He's a lawyer and the joint secretary of DMK NRI wing. First of all, are you able to hear me, A.Raja sir?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yes. First of all, I wish to congratulate on the birthday of A.Raja, on the birthday of Periyar sir. And I would like to know that in simple words, people want to know that who is Periyar? Who is Periyar? What would you like to say, sir?
So, question to me or question to
question? It's question to A.Raja sir. I wish to ask A.Raja sir.
Periyar is a revolutionary leader, born in Tamil Nadu. Initially, he has started his political career with Gandhian ideology in Congress for the freedom fighting.
Okay.
Later, he became the problem of India is not for political freedom. The real problem of India is social freedom. Unless and until the social freedom is obtained to the people, those who are living in the lower above the social order in the four varna of Hindu society, the real freedom cannot be enjoyed by the people. That is the basic idea of the Periyar. That is why he said Hindus are the only people in the world Hindus are the only people in the world divided by varnas, and their life was completely looked and sanctioned by the inviolative principles in the manner of sacred text. So these are not able to violate. So such a traditional and very strong system in the name of Sanatana Dharma, in the name of Hinduism, in the name of caste, in the name of religion, was completely inculcated in the mind of the people right from 2000, 3000 years ago. So unless and until these people are freed from the yoke of the caste system in the name of religion, more specifically Hindu religion, the freedom cannot be enjoyed by the people. So he started the social movement. He wants to, the real evil of this country is caste and untouchability. He wants to touch the system. He wants to destroy caste. Where he wants to destroy caste, then they said, no, it is a religious principle. Then he went further. Is it so? Then I break the religion. Then they said, no, the religion is connected with God. It was preached by God. Then he said, no God. So Periyar atheism was not based on the science. Atheism can be defined in terms of science. So many foreign philosophers did it. But Periyar atheism, Periyar rationalism, based on the social values which deprive the rights of the depressed OBCs and scheduled castes and other depressed minorities, so that he started the movement. He proved in his life. He proved in his life through propaganda and the fight to some extent till 1973 through DMK, a political organ of this his party. Self-respect, marriage was accepted. Even not by Jesus, even not by Mohammedans, even not by Guru Nanak, even not by Vivekananda, even not by Pule. They started. Their work is honest, their attempt is honest, but still they were not able to make it institution. Periyar is the only person, not only breached, not only propagated, he identified institution. That institution stands still in the name of DMK, politically DMK and socially DK. That is why we constructed our beloved leader, the present Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, constructed and called Dravidian model. That model essentially need not only for Tamil Nadu, not for South, it is need for India, even it needs for the whole world where the oppression is there. Whatever be the oppression, color, sex, caste, even economical expectation, Periyar is needed essentially.
Okay, wonderful. So many replies you have given. And one more thing, you have mentioned about Hinduism also, that I'll ask question from that particular part, that most of North Indian people think that DMK hated Hinduism or DMK hated Hindi. Is it true?
No, we must classify into two things. People are confusing.
Okay.
See, they want to accuse very cleverly that DMK is against Hindus and Hindus. Let us see what law says. Who are all Hindus? To be frank with you, can I decide whether I'm Hindu or not? I did not decide my birth. I did not decide my birth. What law says, those who are not Mohammedan, those who are not Christian, those who are not Persian, all are Hindus. So,
yes, according to law.
Compulsorily, without my consent, without my assent, you put it me into fold. Having put it me into fold, you are treating me as a Sudra. You are treating me as untouchable. Am I not entitled to question it? Why you are calling
Definitely.
me? So when that is why, as far as Hinduism is concerned, or Ambedkar used to say it, philosophy of Hinduism. You call it philosophy of Hinduism or Hinduism outright, whatever you call. So far as ism is concerned, philosophy is concerned, we are against. But right or wrong, years together, thousands of years, Hindus were 90% Hindus were OBCs and scheduled caste. Tell me one Brahmin leader or forward community leader who stood for Mandal Commission. Even 1951.
No.
In 1951, backward class reservation was denied in Tamil Nadu by the Supreme Court, by the two judges belonging to the upper caste. The case was filed by the upper caste Brahmin. When the reservation was abolished by the Supreme Court, saying that it is extrajudiciary, it is not considered in the constitution, Periyar did it. Periyar we should take it to the Supreme Court. And ultimately, we were forced to Jawaharlal Nehru to amend the constitution. Please say now. We amended the constitution to save the 90% of the OBCs to scheduled caste. Now we are letting that they are anti-Hindu. Take Mandal Commission. When Mandal Commission, VP Singh and Kalaignar Karunanidhi and Veeramani together in DMK, we conducted everything. In one point of time in Chennai, I recall my college days, VP Singh came to Chennai and categorically said, I belong to upper caste, I belong to King family, I belong to Rajaputi, I did not know the social fabric of the country. I was taught by DK and DMK and Karunanidhi and Veeramani to see the reservations is essential. Accordingly, I did it. So, 90% of the non-Hindus people are being benefited by us.
DMK, Periyar.
DK, Periyar. So, we can't be anti-Hindus, but we are again, I'm telling you categorically with clear terms that we are against Hinduism, which is being preached by Manusmriti, Bhagavad Gita, nonsense, Allah blah.
Okay, let's go back to Google sir, and I'll get back to you, Raja sir, as well very soon. And my next question is to Google sir, who is DMK spokesperson and joint secretary of DMK NRI. Sir, what does Periyar or Periyarism mean to politics? Google sir, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. First of all, I don't know what I will add to what our Honorable MP Rajan has said, because he's an encyclopedia here. At the most, I can tell whatever he has said in a different language. That is it. See, there is a huge difference between what we call it as Periyarism, or the way in which Periyar preached his ideals and pushed forward his the agenda towards social justice. It has a lot of relevance, and also it is quite unique in its own respect. for which one have to understand what is the issue which this country has faced for over centuries. One is a short-term issue, the other one is a long-term issue, which I would say. The short-term issue is where when in the aftermath of, say First World War, the world is divided between communism and capitalism because there was aggressive industrialization. This aggressive industrialization has resulted in the promotion of capitalism, which capitalism is nothing but deregulation of markets, and the enterprises or the individuals will be deregulated from government regulations, and they can compete in the market without any interference. So the whole idea is the fittest will survive. But what has happened here is this has resulted in the accumulation of capital in the hands of select few, which resulted in economic stratification, that is between the haves and have-nots, against which this ideology of communism came into picture, where communism advocated for state owning all the enterprises to give level playing field for everyone. So after the First World War, this capitalism and communism spread across the world in various forms. India is also not an exception to it. Therefore, the framers or the policy makers, the politicians, including who are in India, thought that economic imbalance is the root cause of everything. That was the fundamental aspect when with respect to many other political parties. Whereas the Dravidian movement, the forefathers of Dravidian movement, starting from Justice Party to Periyar and the Dravidian movement, identified this whole issue that economic imbalance is actually as a result of social stratification in our community. Because we follow a religion called Hindu religion, which inherently stratifies its own followers on the basis of birth. Everyone is aware. You're also aware of it. That is, the person who comes out of born out of the head is a Brahmin. The person who is born out of the shoulder is a Kshatriya.
That's practically not possible.
Yeah. So the person who is born out of the foot is Shudra, and he's an untouchable. The most dangerous thing is it is all not only with respect to the stratification of caste or the stratification of human beings. Each caste or this particular community is also allotted a labor, and the labor is also stratified on the basis of this caste. Therefore, a pujari who has got who is able to do puja is put on a higher pedestal as compared to a manual scavenger who does a much more holier job than a pujari, because a puja can wait any time. It is not today or tomorrow. Puja can be done at any point of time. But he is placed on a higher pedestal and granted a spiritual supremacy. This resulted in the caste stratification. This was identified mainly by the Dravidian movement and aggressively by Periyar. That is what we call it as Periyarism. And he made an earnest attempt to address this issue. Here is where Periyarism distinguishes itself from other form of isms in India.
Okay. Pugal sir, tell me one thing. Do we still need Periyar today?
Do we still need Periyar today? Means this is an issue. In Tamil Nadu, if we see every one of us are Periyar, because Periyar lives in every one of us. Whereas in North India, I would say yes, Periyar is needed for North India because the social reformation is going to start now. Whereas Periyar started the reformation in Tamil Nadu, say, some
100 years back.
100 years back. I think our Honorable MP Raja may be able to expand this question and answer in a much better way than me.
Okay, definitely. Let's get back to you, A.Raja sir, Honorable A.Raja sir. I have a question for A.Raja sir. What DMK has done so far to end caste discrimination? Still, there are some news all over India, especially in Northern Belt, and some news also come from Southern Belt that still there are so many caste discrimination. And we have read in God of Small Things, the book written by Arundhati Roy, that there was also caste discrimination in Tamil Nadu, in Kerala also. What DMK leadership has done so far to end or to bridge that gap between the different castes?
Well, good question. I think that, I want to recall the words of Dr. Ambedkar. Caste is not a physical object.
Okay.
A caste is not a barbed wire. Caste is not a brick of wall. It is a notion in the mind.
Notion, yes. Definitely.
It's a notion in the mind. You cannot distinguish anybody by seeing
Yes.
100% physically deducing who is Yadav, who is scheduled caste, who is something, who is Naidu, who is Reddy. See, physically it is not visible. So caste is a notion, it has to be removed from the mind. That is the statement of the Ambedkar. Periyar follows, and Periyar also propounded it. Now you are asking a good question that having spent so many 100 years, so-called 100 years of Dravidian movement of the passage, still you have come across that there are some issues in the caste. Yes, it is universal. But you see, how you can compare the density of the gravity and density of the issue with the Tamil Nadu others, where Periyar can be easily seen. See, have you come across lynching in Tamil Nadu?
Yes, I visited.
No, have you come across any lynching incident in Tamil Nadu?
No, not so far.
No. What about hijab? Hijab, anybody is resisting in hijab here?
No.
You come, beef stall is here everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere beef stall is here.
Hmm.
In the municipal, you see the Kodaikanal and Ooty, in the municipal market, beef stall is a very big beef stall is available. Nobody is questioning. Nobody is telling that it is anti-human or anti-civilization. This is the basic difference between the Tamil Nadu and the other states because of Periyar. But I do admit, still some issues are there. But what we did is, you see, a historical monument has to be registered in this program. See, according to Ambedkar, he wrote a book, Who Were the Sutras and Who Were the Untouchables.
Yes.
More importantly, one more very important book is Caste in India, Genesis, Mechanism and Development. In that book, he observed the untouchability came into existence because of the fight between the Hinduism and Buddhism. Those who are not able to follow the Hinduism or Brahminism or Sanatana Dharma, they were pushed compulsorily, forcibly to out of the village. This is the thesis enunciated by the Ambedkar by quoting the tour program of Bahian and the Yuan Shuang. Bahian and Yuan Shuang came from China and they wrote their diary. According to their diary, those who are not able to accept the Hinduism and caste system, those who wanted to follow the Buddha, since Buddha was almost closed by the Hinduism, the resisting people, revolutionary people were put in the outside of the village. So there starts the village system where Harijan, the Dalit has to live, where the BC has to live, among the backward class, where the Yadav has to live, Reddy has to live, Naidu has to live. So the complete street system, segmentation in the village. That is why Ambedkar called it the real working unit of the caste is village, not in the town.
Yes. Yes.
So everything is divided. This was noticed by Kalangar, the late leader. He said, 2000 years back, the human beings, Tamilians were divided by caste and untouchability. I want to make it one. He called it like 100 house, every block. Almost every block, he made some 10 acres or 5 acres, 100 houses. Mandatorily, 40% will be for Dalits, not in one cluster. There, pervaded manner.
Okay.
Then forward community, then OBC, even then 2 Brahmin community.
Okay.
2 Brahmins, common burial ground, no temple, common community hall. This was created by Kalangar. This is 2000 years deep-rooted historical injustice was symbolically clarified and cleaned by our DMK government. So you can add more and more and more and more and more. But this is a Dravidian model. So what we call, please tell your North Indian friends, take Periyar from here, take to Delhi. From Delhi, let it be exported to whole world, where the racial oppression, where the economic exploitation, even the woman oppression, sexual abuse, everything, there is a remedy, there is a solution only in Periyar, along with Ambedkar and Marx.
Okay. And I also asked one question, very important question from the mind of northern people, that DMK is against Hindi language. What is your what is your statement about it? Is it are you against Hindi language or are you against the imposition of Hindi language?
No, anybody can learn Hindi. My own daughter who studied in Delhi, he knows Hindi, he knows Tamil, he knows English.
Okay.
Now she is doing postgraduate law in London. Having hailed to a small village in an untouchable family. My father was small agriculturist. Because of Periyar, because of Ambedkar, because of Dravidian movement, I became the cabinet minister. My daughter is studying in London. You see the changes.
Yes.
The call is Tamil is our mother tongue. It is mother tongue means we are having very enriched literature.
Yes,
very
definitely. Sangam literature. Yeah.
Sangam literature is there. It is not based on any religion. It will never teach any religion. It will not teach any classification. It will give the real value of life and principles. Tirukural. You see, 1,333 couplets are there. You take anyone, make it translate. Go to Russia, read it. We'll accept. You go to Africa, you go to America, any corner of the world, 1,330 couplets were there. You just translate in their own language. If anybody resists this is wrong, you can see. Such a good literature we are carrying. So we are having very enriched old and classical language. In addition to right or wrong, this country was ruled so many years by British people. Our legal system is English. Our administrative system is English. Our curriculum is in English. Our education is Kale. So English will be the purpose. But why you are integrating through another language forcibly? We are afraid of not only Hindi. Hindi is the other means of Sanskrit. My dear friend, you must be very categorical. Why we are opposing Hindi? C.P. Ramasamy, the learned man, so he was belonging to the Brahmin community. You know the better. He was the chairman for the Integrated Council appointed by Jawaharlal Nehru. He was the Tiruvangur Diwan. So he made it clear. In India, two languages are there. Based on the two languages, two cultures are there. One is Aryan culture. One is Dravidian culture. He accepted it. Aryan culture is based on the Sanskrit and Hindi. Sanskrit-oriented languages. Then Dravidian culture is based on the Tamil and oriented culture, Malayalam, Kannadam, everything. So Dravidian group of language, Aryan group of language, Sanskrit is one group, Tamil is one group. So these culture are completely different. He accepted. These culture are essentially available from day one in India, but they are not mingling. We want to say we belong to Dravidian stock. We are having English, we are having Tamil, we are having our own language. Don't impose it. If you are imposing, our culture will be diluted. Our culture will be erased. Our culture will be nullified. We do not want to lose our culture. We do not want to lose our language. We do not want to lose our heritage and value. For this purpose, we are.
Everyone loves its culture, its language, its mother land, and basically what I have understood through your statement that you are not against Hindi, is the imposition of Hindi language.
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's get back to Pugal Gandhi sir. Pugal Gandhi sir, last question from my side to you, Pugal Gandhi sir. I'll get back to A.Raja sir for some more questions. And Pugal Gandhi sir, you please state me that DMK has the legacy of Periyar, and why Periyar is still not known in Northern Belt or all over the world. Even so many intellectual people accepted to me that after visiting Chennai or Tamil Nadu, they came to know about the works done by Periyar, Kanna, and Karunanidhi sir. So, Pugal Gandhi sir, please tell me why still the legacy or the thoughts of Periyar could not be reached in Northern Belt.
See, there are two different things. One is, though Periyar, we revere Periyar in Tamil Nadu or this part of the world, Periyar should not be confined to any political party or even, for that matter, any region, because Periyar is more than a person who is associated with the movement. He's basically a humanist, a person who we can say even he's more than a humanist. He cares for the lives of others. He cares for the lives of even the other creatures in other forms. So confining him to Tamil Nadu or confining him to a particular party will be an injustice which we will be doing to Periyar. But why then which was not able to be taken outside Tamil Nadu, or now here Periyar is able to be taken outside Tamil Nadu is, sorry, after Periyar, it is the Periyar's teachings. Periyar was not a politician. Periyar was not heading any political party when he passed away. He was actually part of Dravida Kazhagam. And but his teachings were implemented by Dr. Karunanidhi during his 5 times as chief minister, because Periyar fought against the ill forms of what Hinduism has preached, because Hinduism is inherently discriminatory, not only with respect to when you talk about Brahmanium or Brahmanism, it is not only discriminatory as against the other caste or other religion, but it is also inherently discriminatory against its own followers. For example, women liberation, widow remarriage. Widow remarriages are not allowed in Brahmanical practice.
Yes, definitely.
Hinduism. So it is basically against Brahmanism per se itself. Therefore, all these forms of, for example, Periyar advocated for equal rights for women, which was implemented by Dr. Karunanidhi in the year 1989 by giving equal property rights for women. This was later upheld by the Honorable Supreme Court only in the year 2019 in a writ petition. So all these were the implementation aspect. The implementation aspect was done by Dr. Karunanidhi and later now by our Honorable Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. So because of this implementation aspect, the preachings and other effectiveness of Periyar is felt in Tamil Nadu. Whereas in northern part of India, where still the upper caste Brahmins or the Thakurs or the upper caste people who hold the majority percentage in North India, they want to hold the fort. So unless and until this is being preached effectively in northern India, it is going to be an issue with North India.
Okay. And how can we expand the ideology of Periyar in northern belt or all over the areas where it has not reached so far?
Because there is one example also I will tell you, because when we talk about the communist movements in West Bengal, if you see the communist movement leadership is dominated by mainly people from the Brahmin caste, whether it is Mukherjee or Chatterjee or Banerjee. So there is no reservation or the representation for the other community people or people from other
in their
caste.
Politburo, they don't represent.
Whichever. So still these type of political parties, though they fought for the equality aspect, they couldn't fight effectively for the social equality. That is one of the reasons why Communist Party in West Bengal witnessed its downfall. Whereas in Tamil Nadu, Dr. Karunanidhi was aggressively pushing for social representation. Our Honorable Member of Parliament will know better than me, where Dr. Kalaignar was so particular that each one minister should be from one particular caste. Every caste should have a representation, which is nowhere there in any other part of the country. Likewise, district secretaries, district joint secretaries, in the party structure, women should be given equal representation. People from other community, other caste should be given equal representation. So, Dr. Kalaignar Karunanidhi aggressively pushed for reservation, the vertical and horizontal reservation, not only in the governance, but also in the party. Because of which the representation, there was equal representation, which led to the carrying the mantle of Periyar in the state of Tamil Nadu, which other political parties failed. That is the reason why in many other parts of India, whether it is Uttar Pradesh or Bihar, though there are many OBC movements, the OBC movements over a period of time got diluted. Because even in the OBC movements, they couldn't give equal representation to all other caste people. So unless and until you give this vertical and horizontal reservations aggressively, push for it in other parts of the country, even the northern India will not be able to match what Tamil Nadu has done so far.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Pugal sir, and we owe you a lot that you have given your very busy schedule to us. And before we end this program, my last 2 questions to A.Raja sir. A.Raja sir,
Yes.
are you there?
Yes, please.
Yes. You have started DMK's DMK leadership has started its office at Delhi, in Maharashtra also. Are we planning to come out of Tamil Nadu?
If you decide, we will come.
Who will decide?
No, you desire, you want to come, then we will discuss with our leader. We will open our office. Don't worry.
Definitely, because I visited Madhya Pradesh, I visited Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, in Gujarat also, in Rajasthan also. People have that aspiration for DMK. What I have felt.
Do one thing. Where whoever those who are having inclination to know the Periyar and Dravidian movement, choose 10 people in each state. Let them come. Let them come here. Let them come to Tamil Nadu. We will make arrangement. Let them know what is Dravidian model.
Yes, definitely.
Then they will go and propagate and spread the entire issues in your state. They are come to rescue. My only is one day, Indian Constitution is going to be saved only by Dravidian model and led by M.K. Stalin, the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Otherwise, the entire country will be put into piece of fragmentations.
Very wonderful answer. Definitely, we will work on it. And my last question to you: in Tamil Nadu, we have 50% reservations for OBCs, 1% reservation for ST, and 18% reservation to SCs. But there is no EWS reservation given to EWS people. Or what is the stand of DMK leadership on EWS reservation?
So not only that, so many issues we are not able to accept the parliament decision. That is why people are saying that whether Tamil Nadu is a separate state. I do not want to be a separate state. See,
India is a union of states. What I think.
Brother, you see, please listen my question. Parliament enacted an act for NEET. That act passed by the parliament is rejected by state assembly.
Yes.
Then what you said now, that was rejected by us.
Yes.
So I can add two more, three or more things. The sovereign power of the parliament is rejected by the Tamil Nadu. What does it mean?
I got this book from Periyar.
Yes. That is why I am asking a constitutional question. Is it not a really constitutional crisis? Prime Minister must know, President must know, Prime Minister must know. The entire sovereign power of the country rests upon the parliament. Parliament passed the act. That act was not accepted by Tamil Nadu, including UWS. Your UW is negative, NEET is negative, your GST is negative. We are negative, everything passed by the parliament. Does it mean to say we are separate state? We do not want. But what does it mean? That is a Dravidian model. Please understand now.
Yes. And as I know that DMK leadership is in favor of OBC caste census, and thanks a lot. And thanks a lot, A.Raja sir, to give your wonderful time, and we owe you a lot. And one more thing, how can people like us or OBC Adhikar Manch, such organization, can bridge that gap which is lying between northern people and southern people? How can we bring trust?
No, ideologically, we have to build a movement across the country that is altogether different. But to tell your friends in North India that good opportunity is 2024 election. By using the 2024 election, you must say the country has to be saved. The constitution has to be saved. Unless and until constitution is saved, the secular fabric and socialist fabric of the constitution is saved, the entire country will be saffronized and the entire country will go for Hindu Raj. Ambedkar said, if Hindu Raj does comes, it will be the biggest peril for this country, disaster for the country. So stop it. If you stop it, please take leadership of M.K. Stalin and other leaders in North. Let us together. We will teach the people. We will preach the people. We want secularism and socialism. Unless and until socialism is ensured, the Republic Democratic will be completely blasted. Such a danger is there. So use 2024 election to consolidate our secular forces by which we can save OBC and ACs.
Yeah, thanks a lot. We wish to save our constitution, and we all want to make our nation proud. Thanks a lot, A.Raja sir. Thanks a lot, Pogal Gandhi sir. Vanakkam.
Vanakkam.
Nice time.
Vanakkam. Thank you.
Yeah. Take care. Okay.
Bye.